Hello and welcome back one more time to Model Showcase. Bob here with you. Hope everybody's doing well. All right, as you can see here on the bench, a little project that I've been meaning to get to now for several years and finally coming together. There is a previous slideshow of some of the things that has been done, and as you can see, the Martyr itself pretty well weathered up. A few more little details I got to add to it. Also, too, I got one of the trees constructed and another one on its way. And also, too, the figures, a little shadowing, a little extra detail has to be added to them. But all in all, it's coming together, and I will show you how to put this all together real soon, both with video and slideshow. So I hope you all stay tuned and check it out when it gets all done. Alright? Hey, everybody, thanks for subscribing and keeping up with me. I know it's been quite a while, but I appreciate the new subscribers, and I will have a whole lot more coming along down the pike. Alright? Take care of everybody and one another, and I'll see you real soon. Hey everybody, welcome back once again to Model Showcase. Bob here with you on a very wet, rainy Monday morning. Alright, we pretty much got the trees made. The Martyr is pretty much where I want it. Now we're going to do a little discussion here with setting up the base, how you want it to look. And as you can see here in front of you, I got a small base already. The edge has been routed and painted, and I also have already in place a couple of pieces of styrofoam that I shaved down, and I don't know if you can see it, but you'll see little pinheads sticking out. It's glued to the base, but I tacked a few of these in there, help hold it in place, and once you put your ground cover onto it, they'll disappear. What we want to do first is try to figure out where everybody's going to be, the vehicles, whatever, and then you go about laying out your trees, how you want them to look and whatnot. Now you can use either a pencil, but I'm going to be using a China marker because it's a lot bolder and for everybody to see what I'm doing. Alright, first we're going to bring up the Martyr. I'll set it up here on the base, and you kind of want to keep it kind of centered on your base here so you don't have anything hanging over the sides. This way here, if somebody brushes by it accidentally, nothing will get broken, hopefully. Alright, right now I'm just going to make a few quick adjustments of how I'd like to see it. I'm trying to keep it somewhat centered. Alright, that looks looking pretty good. Now what I'll do, I'm just going to make a quick drawing or trace around it. That's pretty much where it's going to sit. Now you don't have to, have perfectly square, but just general idea, And it just right there, M-A-R-D-E-R, Martyr. Okay. Now I've already made several pine trees, and just get an idea where I like to have them. I'm going to put one right here. Stick one right about here. Let's see. Oh, I stick one right down in here too, just for the heck of it. And maybe one smaller one. Right, I'll put it right about here. Now, because I also have a piece of tree root that I'll be using as a deciduous tree. That has been kind of knocked up from battle damage, so it's going to look pretty good just right about there. Then again, whereabouts the ground is going to fall through, I'm just going to make a quick line drawing here and a little bit right over here. So now I got a basis how I want to slope the ground down to the base here for the road where the Martyr is going to sit. So now I got a general idea of how things are going to start shaping up. Now the next part is, that's going to be the base, the plaster, what I use. You can use Sculptable, Celluclay. There's a lot of things out there. But the way things are today, I'm just going to stick to old plaster of Paris because I really don't feel like going out and mingling with people at the moment. Alright, I'm going to stop here for now. And we'll start setting down some stuff. And we'll be right back in a little while. I told you I'd be back, folks. Alright, what I got here in front of me is a rather large bowl, but if you notice, it's very, very flexible. Great for working with plaster. A small 8-ounce measuring cup to measure out how much plaster you're going to use. Several styles of spatulas that I use for spreading the plaster. And basically, I use like a 2-to-1 ratio. I don't want it too thick to where it's going to set up real fast, and that you don't want it too thin where it's really super runny. It's those of you who have used this before, you know what I'm talking about. And for you new people that's never done this before, well, now it's time for school. All right, so what I've done, I got an 8-pound bag over here. I'm going to take about, I'd say about 3 cupfuls of plaster. The old rubber bowl. Come on. As such. Now this does get a little, again, this is another little messy project. Now in the bowl here, I have the plaster. What I do, I'll take in the center, kind of scoop around like that, get my water, and just add into the center. That ought to do it. And now we start mixing. Now you're gonna have to kind of work kind of fast with this stuff in ways like Sculptable or paper mache. It's got a little bit better working time. With plaster, yeah, old school. What can I tell you? All right, a little too thick, so I'm gonna add a couple drops more water. Yes, I know I'm not using a measuring cup. Like I said, I've done this for a long time. Now, over the years, you kind of get the feel of just how you want your material to work for you. Oh, yeah, now we're starting to get somewhere. Now it's starting to look like something. Big, white, gooey mess. Alright, now we're starting to get somewhere. Okay, maybe I did add a little bit too much water. Okay, you can thicken that up. Reach in your bag. Just sprinkle some in there. And there, mix it all together to get a nice, there we go, that's what I'm looking for. Nice consistency here. I'm sorry it's a bad camera angle. I gotta set up something where it's overhead here. I'll get to that one day. Right now I'm just happy to be able to do videos again. So basically what you're looking for, like that consistency, yeah, plop. Alright, now what I do, I take, like I said, I have several spatulas to work with. Hope that's still in focus. Oh yeah, great. I take and just start applying it. Now it'll adhere to it. I just work it around, try to figure out how I want it to lay. And a little bit more. Now you see here my lines where how I want my ground to, how I want this to slope down the actual base. And we'll smooth it out a little bit. Put some right in there. Work it out. Now you can gently, like you're like floating concrete in a way Those of you who've ever done that, you know what I'm talking about. And for those who don't know what I just said about floating concrete, it's when it's first poured, they take their trowels and start working around like that, and it smooths it out. I'll bring that down a little bit. Now, I'm going to go over here. Here's this guy right here in front. Now, he's going to take a little bit more because I drew him out a little bit further. So I'm going to work him out. Get them all pushed around. Now, you don't exactly have to follow your line that you drew originally, but it's just an idea of where you want it to go, where you want it to be. Now, the sculpting mold's a lot easier. This is a little bit more forgiving, but like I said, I'm old school. I like working with plaster. I've always used it. You see here, I'm bringing it around. Now I'm not going to worry too much about this back edge in here because that will be hit with black paint, help make for a good contrast. And again, we're going to float this out a little bit here and there. Oh yeah, that's just working out just nice. Look at that. Some more down in there. Oh yeah, that's working good. That is working real good. That's what we're looking for. Now maybe I'm going to add some right about here. I know where my mortar is going to be. I'll clean up my big spatula. And we're going to come right over here. Put a big old dollop splat right there. And we're going to work it out in between everything. Now it doesn't have to be perfectly smooth. Just work it around, give it some contours to it, a little deviation here and there. Work it around, just work it around. And don't worry about them edges. If they get a little bit on there, it's easily brushed off and touched up again. Like I said, all I just used was a black onto it, matte black. And pull that down, pull it down. Some more in here. Work it around, fold it out some more. I'm going to right to that edge there. Help work it in a little bit. Look at that. Oh my God. It's starting to look like something, folks. Look at that. This is the first I've done this in a very long time, so I'm just, really getting into this. I'm having a lot of fun. That's the whole idea. Have fun with this stuff. Don't go crazy and trying to be exacting. That's when you make mistakes, then you get frustrated. There's enough things going on outside you get frustrated over. They're doing the best they can, now everybody is, and I just hope everybody listening to me is healthy and with their families and everything, still working. And it's tough. It's a tough situation. But in the meantime, let me get some more goop on here. Come on. Boy, I mixed just enough. Look at that, folks. Wow. Now, if there's anything left over in your bowl, let it dry. Like I said, the bowl is rubber. It's flexible. You can flex it off the sides, go in the bottom of the bowl. Now you got some, break it up with your hands or a small hammer. Now you got rock formations. But being now, I got this the way I want. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. That looks good. A little deviation here and there. I like that. You know what? I got a surly little dollop still in the bottom of this bowl here. And this is what I'm going to do. I'll plop him right there. And as this starts to set up, I'm going to carve a little rockage in there. A little rock formation. Oh, wow. That looks good. That looks real good. I'll set the bowl aside, let it dry, and we'll come back to it later Don't get it all cleaned up. Keep a rag handy, because every once in a while, yeah, you'll stick your fingers in the bloody stuff. Some of you might have an allergic reaction. It's best to wear gloves. I've dealt with this stuff for so many years. It doesn't really bother me, but for people with sensitive skin or skin allergies, take heed, wear a pair of gloves, and you'll do just fine. All right, now, okay, I'm going to smooth this out a little bit better, just like that. Bring it down, nice, gentle slope. Look at that, yeah, that's what we're looking for. Perfect. Okay, clean that off. Now, what I'm going to do while that's still wet, I'm going to take the mortar and I'm going to very carefully press it down in here. Get the impressions of where the tracks are at. Alright, okay, yeah, alright, that looks good. Don't worry about that, you know, let it dry. You can take a stiff brush out and that'll brush right off, or just leave it be. And you can just leave it on there and apply a little watercolor to it. Won't hurt nothing. Well, we got a good idea of where some tracks are at. Now we just have to let this set up for a few minutes, and when it starts doing that, I'll be right back with you folks. Alright everybody, what I have here is Poly-S water-based railroad colors. I've always used these. Great color, good coverage and whatnot. Now I got a good, nice little dollop right here. And what I'm going to do, yeah, I can lay this right there, doesn't matter. Take a little water, add to it to help thin this down a little bit, and we're going to make a nice wash. And we're going to start staining our base here. That's all. Give it a nice coating here. Like I said, I'm not going super crazy. I do want some of the white to show through. Now, if you notice, I'm not going around where I've kind of scarred the plaster a little bit to make a rock formation. We'll show you how we're going to do that in a little bit. That's all we're doing. We're just going to make, you know, areas here. Try to blend it in a little bit. Well, again, like I said, this is going to have some snow on top of it, so a lot of this is going to be hidden. I'm just trying to break up some stuff here, especially like where the tracks have gone. Now, that's going to tear your ground up a little bit. You can always add that in there. Now a little bit more out there, so tuck some in here. Yeah, no, it looks a little rough right now, but as we go along, it'll start falling all in place, and you'll be amazed. So don't get frantic, folks. Oh, nice thing about the old Poly-S, it's water soluble, water cleanup. Oh, and also too, you know, cheap set of brushes, that works just fine. You don't have to go spending $14 for a brush. You know, take $1.49, buy a cheap set at an art store. All right. Okay, looks, like I said, looks a little rough, but hey, it's a start. Be right back. All right, now we're going to work on the rock formation right there. What I'm using, I found this in the markdown bin at Hobby Lobby, Model Master railroad colors. Now what I'm using here is grimy flat black, but it's going to be thinned out pretty good. My little mixing cup here. Now where I've got my rock formations, let's see if I can get that on the focus a little bit better for you folks. Alright, my give me a second, folks. Alright. Kind of hard to do this, be the artist and the cameraman all at once. You can see here the rock outcropping that I've kind of carved in here. We're just going to give that just a wash, just like that. Something's just sticking out of the ground. That's all. Let's stick a little in there real good. Now the brush I'm using is what I used to lay the ground cover with. It's stiff and it kind of helps work its way in here. You know, some of these little pieces that we chunked out. And don't worry about going someplace else. It doesn't matter. It's going to be covered with snow. And that looks pretty good there. I got this little piece right up in here. Just something to break the monotony of the scene up. That's all. That's all we're doing here. All right. Hey, folks. I appreciate you watching. Like and comment. Or ask any questions that you feel I wasn't too clear on. I'll be more than happy to answer them. So for now, I'm going to close and let this dry for a while, and we'll get started and we'll start doing some groundwork. Alright, so until then, everybody take care of yourselves and one another, and be safe out there. Alright, rough times, kids, rough times. Alright, take care. Bob here saying bye-bye.